Guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we are going to be in Roblox Studio again, and I'm going to be covering how to make a loading screen for your Roblox game. It's basically complex one to get used to at first, but once you understand it, it will be very easy. So to start off, you don't go to Start GUI and create a screen GUI, and then I'm going to name this loading screen, or actually loading UI. And ignore these are from other tutorials. So in the loading UI, you can create a frame, and then you can turn on the in loading GUI you need loading UI you need to turn on ignore GUI inset so that it covers the screen, and turn off reset on spawn. And then the frame, the size needs to be 1,0, 1,0. That will cover the entire screen. You can change this to whatever color you want. I'm going to set this to a nice grey color. That's rather decent. Now, I'm going to customize this in however I want. So I'm going to add it like this. I'm going to scale it up. I'm going to bold it, and I'm going to make it white on a grey background. And I'm going to change the font to Comet New Angular like that, and then welcome. I'm just going to put that at the top of the screen, and then right there. And then I can add an image label, and then I can go into details here, inside of here, and search up Roblox logo. And you can put anything in here, by the way. I'm going to put this. So if I go for copy asset ID, and then down here in the image, I can paste in the URL into the image here, and there we go. And then if I remove the background, nice. Now I can scale this up using shift to equally scale up, and I can put this in the middle. And now, last but not least, a text button. I'm going to put this down at the bottom. I'm going to bold it, I'm going to scale it, and I'm also going to do Comet New Angular. Angular. And I'm going to click and type in play. I'm going to make the background a nice blue colour, if I can actually find it. There we go. So I'm going to set it to a nice blue colour with a UI corner item in it to make it round. There we go. Actually, I'm going to delete this because it's going to be done automatically. And then in text button, I'm going to change the style of it to Roblox round button. It's a nice button here. And then I can rename this to play, and you can also have more buttons like this. You can do this, and you can even set the bottom one to settings, and then you can set this settings like that. But all I'm going to cover in this video is how to make this actually work. And then now in here I can do local script game dot, and so now we need to make the variables local GUI equals script dot parent, local frame equals GUI dot frame, and then local settings equals frame dot settings. I type in B settings because B is like a little variable for me. It means for me I do this so that I remember that it means button. B settings, button settings, whatever you want. And then local play is frame dot play, like that. And now we've done all of that. And then now what we need to do is we need to make these buttons invisible at first. So B settings dot visible equals false, and B play dot visible equals false. Now when we load into the game, these will disappear. And now wait, so while true, so now local waiting equals true while waiting do. Now this means that it will check if while waiting equals true. I just don't put in the equals true bit because you don't need to in this bit. While waiting do, if game colon is loaded, then waiting equals false, and then now wait 3 seconds, and now b settings dot visible equals true, and b play dot visible equals true. Now, because we're repeating a few stuff, we can make it easier to read. Local function toggle button opacity on load, and then we can change this to opacity boolean, and this means true or false. So now, so b set we can copy this and paste it into here equals opacity, and then opacity. Now here, toggle button's opacity on load, and set it to false. And now here, toggle button opacity on load, true. That will make it visible. And now here, else, wait 1 second, and there we go. And now this will loop again, and while waiting do, and then it will set waiting to false, and that is going to be like that. And now, let's just confirm that this works before we continue our script. Now, we are in, and here we go, they appear after 3 seconds because the game is loaded. This is this here, right here, is very important in games because you do not want to let people play the game whilst the game is not loaded, because that will lag for a lot of people. Now we can make the button work. So b play dot mouse button, right one click on the connect function, and now we want to make the GUI. So frame dot colon tween position. Now we can make this tween. So here, if I move this up to here, so like I can move this up there, and now position is -1. So using 2.new 0, 0, -1, 0. That is basically it. And now I can undo this, bring it back to the middle. There we go. And now this stays the same. enum.easin direction.out enum.easin style dot. I think I'm gonna go for a nice sign, nice sign, and now the time is going to be 1 and false. There we go. And now wait 1 second, and then the frame.visible equals false. Now, it is very important that in the loading GUI, you turn off reset on spawn, because if I turn this on, this will happen. So if I wait, here, play, now it disappears, and now if I reset, and then wait, it will potentially come back on. Yeah, it does. And the script will reload, because this is a loading screen. Whereas, if you turn it off, so that you don't reset on spawn, this will happen. So now, in here, you can press play, it will load in, and then you can reset, like that. And then once you fully reset, the GUI, there we go, does not appear. That is perfect. And now, for this settings button, you can basically use this script here for the settings instead, and then you can create a whole GUI for it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful, then let me know in the comment section. Let me know what more videos you want to see, and I will see you guys in the next video. And just guys, before I finish, I just want to mention I do not only do Roblox Studio content. I will be doing main Roblox as well in the next video. So I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.